Hello, Mr. Hornsby 83, and this is the Mr. Hornsby 83 show. Today is the second of my What Would Have Happened video segments that I started with What Would Have Happened had WCW stayed in business. This time, I'm going to be focusing on what would have happened had the sheild TV show not ended after season 7. So, I'll be talking in depth about that, and then I will be talking about a few other things at the end of the video, and I'll be setting up for what I got set next week. Now, I didn't do a video last night. I had to go to bed early because I had to get my kids up for school, and I was getting up for the gym and that. So, anyway, so what would have happened had the sheild TV show not ended after season 7? And one of the big things, because when season 7 premiered, the following night we had the first season of Sons of Anarchy start. So let's jump into that and how there could have possibly been quite a few crossovers involving one where Vic Mackey is the one that actually kills Jax Teller, which I'll talk about later on in the video. But I think we would have got a lot of sheild, Sons of Anarchy crossover. We did get a lot of the actors from the sheild coming on the show playing different characters. But I would have liked, but I think had the sheild still been going on while Sons of Anarchy was going on, then we could have possibly had a thing where, you know, these sheild actors could come in and play the characters they were playing on the sheild. Now, the reason why I say that is because Kurt Sutter was a writer-producer for the sheild, I think up till season 4. After season 4, he was not writing on the show because he was getting prepared to do his show, Sons of Anarchy. Because I think Sean Ryan, I think that was his name, was the producer of the sheild. I think him and Sean Ryan had a good, you know, working relationship. The only thing was, like I said, you know, Sutter left, you know, to work on Sons, which I'm sure Sean Ryan was okay with. One of the biggest things, I think we would have got a lot of episodes of crossover where Vic Mackey had interactions with the Sons, like Clay and Jax and like all the other main Sons and that. Would he have done it as an FBI agent though? Or would he still been a part of the barn? Either way, I think had he still been a part of the barn and they weren't about to come down on him, had he not, you know, got out of, you know, getting himself freed from all the crimes he committed by becoming an FBI agent. But and honestly, eventually I think it would have led to a point where, you know, maybe Vic Mackey had a better relationship with Clay than he did Jax, and he eventually wanted to kill Jax. Maybe he sends Gemma on to kill Tara. You never know. Maybe he sends Tara to, maybe he sends Gemma on to Tara. You never know. Maybe he could have been the crooked cop that Peter Weller ended up playing in season 7 of Sons itself. Because, you know, both shows had 7 seasons. I mean, I think it would have been nice to see, we did see Jay Karn. He was the first one to pretty much cross over to Sons of Anarchy from the sheild, but he was playing a different detective. He was a guy that had a relationship with Tara previously. She left the town she was in to, you know, to get away from that guy because he was a crazy maniac. So, you know, that character easily could have been Dutch. But they decided not to go that route. Would have been nice, you know, Dutch and Claudette showed up. You never know. But, and if you think about it, Michael Chiklis was a big part of the last few episodes of Sons of Anarchy because he was playing some guy, some trucker that Gemma met, and then he just wanted to be friends with her. She thought he was wanting something else, but he's like, no, I just want a friend. I got a wife and kids. I don't need, no on the road, any of that. But, yeah, maybe he would have been Vic Mackey and he ran Jax over. Or shot Jax and planted evidence on him and said, oh, he was carrying cocaine on him. Or he was trying to shoot me with the gun. And you hear the Shield theme music. Da 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 da. No, kidding. But, honestly, I think had the show continued, they probably would have followed Vic with his FBI career. He was pretty much a desk writer. Also, had you not ended it at season 7 and, Vic walks out of the FBI building, you could have really, put out the fact that he's now being chased because he says, screw this job, I'm not going to write a desk. Or he's going to go hunt for his family. So, they could have played up that final, like a season 8 of Vic, trying to find his family and running from the FBI and all that stuff, because now he has to pay for the crimes he committed because he didn't stick to the deal that he was supposed to stick to when he became an FBI agent. What would have happened with the Ronnie Gardocki thing? He kind of, sold Ronnie out pretty much. He's like, oh yeah, I got myself immunity because I became an FBI agent. No, I'm sorry, Ronnie. You had to be the sacrificial lamb, which, I think Ronnie, out of all 4 of the freaking main characters, from Vic to Lim to Shane and Ronnie, I'd say Ronnie was probably the best of them. Now, Lim, yeah, he was a pretty good guy too. But, he had some flaws too, kind of the same way that, Vic and Shane did. So, you can't really say that Ronnie, that, when Shane eventually killed Lim, but you can't say, in some way he didn't have it coming, but, it was crazy. But, honestly though, Ronnie probably would have covered it up better with Terry being killed than freaking Lim, who almost ratted himself out and Vic and them about the Terry murder, but, what would have happened with Acevedo? How would Claudette have handled being the top dog at the barn? I mean, she did pretty well in the episodes where she did take over for Acevedo. But how would she have handled it on a consistent basis is what I would have liked to see. Where would Dutch have been? Would he have been lost without Claudette? Would Shane have not, suicided at the end of season 7 like he did? Never know. There was a lot of things that they kind of left unanswered for that finale of The Shield. I mean, it was well in range of having another season. It should have had another season to wrap everything up. They still didn't give a true, a true ending to the Antoine Mitchell story anyway. Would Vic have not tried to kill Shane and just locked Shane up and then Antoine Mitchell killed him? Or got him killed somehow? That would have made some sense. There's just so many things that, they left unresolved. Kind of like the Sons of Anarchy. They left some things unresolved with that too. Which they've kind of, I guess you could say, taken care of that with Mayans MC. What would it have took to make Vic, break that deal? And like I said, it looked like he was about to break the deal at the end of the show anyway. So, you never know how that would have turned out. Would Ronnie have gotten killed by Antoine Mitchell's boys in jail? They never resolved any of that. Would Ronnie, hate Vic for Vic selling him out and leaving him to dry? Pretty much. just a lot of things they did not resolve, and I think they should have had at least an 8th season of the Shield. But, or done a freaking movie, or done some kind of spin-off or something. I mean, Jesus Christ. I know the show was wrapping. It had been on since like 2001 or 2002, and they wanted to end it. Not only because they felt like their story was wrapped up when it really wasn't, but because Sons of Anarchy was coming. It's kind of like with Nip Tuck. We saw where that went. That led to American Horror Story pretty much. So, never know. But, it's just, I don't know. I think a movie or a spin-off show would have done some good for the Shield. I mean, because it shouldn't have ended with 7 seasons. And how come Vic did not have to pay for every single gang he crossed? And one of them was the cartel. Another was the Niners. He pretty much screwed the Niners toward the end. He screwed a lot of gangs that he worked with prior to. And the fact that we really didn't get no true resolve to the cartel thing either, I don't think. Yeah, what? You got that freaking guy that was a head guy, and then, they finally catch him, but then he, I guess gets killed or whatever, Made a lot of sense anyway. I just felt like, especially with a lot of characters who went through a lot of arcs, a lot of them didn't get a true ending arc. And it kind of, the way the finale went, it pretty much, rushed through things. Especially the whole Shane situation, the whole Ronnie situation, Antoine Mitchell thing, it was just all crazy. It was just a crazy ride for the Shield Season 7, in my opinion. I mean, like with Sons of Anarchy, you pretty much could tell that story was wrapping up, even though there were still just a few things, not as many things as the Shield had to wrap up. I mean, they truly, and yeah, I talked about a lot of the crossover with Sons and Shield, but I think we need to see some kind of Shield spinoff. So when they're finished with all the Sons of Anarchy spinoffs, if Michael Chiklis is still willing to get him back. In fact, a couple years ago on his Twitter, or Twitter or Facebook or whatever, he talked about, oh, a Shield spinoff's coming, or something like that. I don't know if it's Twitter, Facebook, wherever it was, but I know he was like, oh, a Shield spinoff. I don't know. I think Sean Ryan really screwed up season 7 of the show. Now, look, I didn't care too much for season 6. I thought it was one of the worst seasons. The last truly good season, though, was season 4, I believe. Actually, season 4 is my favorite. They had the whole Antoine Mitchell situation. They had the Shane situation. And, season 5 wasn't bad. They had the whole Kavanaugh versus Vic thing going on. But the last 2 seasons really, I'd say, are the 2 weakest seasons of the show. Season 3 was kind of not that good either. I mean, yeah, you had the final showdown between Vic and frickin' Margot Caesarian, but wasn't really, too exciting how it ended. I mean, you didn't even have the Russian Mafia come after Vic and them for taking out their top guy. Pretty crazy. But anyway, I think that's pretty much it, because like I said, I talked about how I would have liked to see how Claudette handled the whole situation with being the captain now. Where would Dutch have been left off at? Danny, her and Dutch got a little love story at the end of the show. Big deal. This is after Danny done been, Vic's, drilled a lot, I mean, Shane thing, I think, what Vic could have did, instead of killing him, put him in jail. I'm sure Shane would have tried to, but, Vic still found a way out of it, because he did the FBI thing. He got the full immunity. He still could have did that, and got Shane in jail, and let Antoine Mitchell, and made a deal with Antoine Mitchell, like, hey, Shane's the one that really screwed you over here, buddy. How about you, you can handle him, your guys can take care of him. Instead, he lets poor old Ronnie suffer the freaking consequences for everything him, Lim, Shane did. But, for everything they all did, Ronnie's the one that had to suffer the most for it. And, it was just crazy how that freaking turned out. But, Lim was dead by that point, though. Shane, he committed suicide and killed his family, too. I kind of figured Vic was going to get off anyway. This is a cop who freaking got away with so much. The way the show was built, you knew Vic was going to come out and not get caught. And they did the whole immunity thing for his deal with, But yeah, that's my thoughts on what would have happened had the Shield not ended. The next one will probably be maybe another wrestling related, maybe another movie one. No, actually, next one will be one about a movie. I also just this past week I've done a couple of things. I did the review of the Hall of Champions Series 2 Ron Simmons figure. If you want to see me completely go on a complete tangent and rant about how Mattel botched the freaking belt and the gear. By the way, I gotta correct myself. I kept saying he wore black gear in the video when he beat Vader. It was actually purple tights, so I apologize for that mistake. I went on a complete tangent about how they botched the belt, how they botched the gear. Overall, though, I thought the figure was pretty good, but the tights were wrong. The belt, I think Mattel really screwed up big time. Speaking of action figures, just yesterday at Target, I got out of the gym. I've been trying to get a hold of this thing for quite a while, and I'm glad Target re-put them out. Target also has the new Kenner style NECA Terminator figures. It's the one with the T-1000. You put him in the freezer. He changes colors. Got the John Connor, Sarah Connor, I believe, is a part of it. A couple of the exoskeletons, and another freaking and another T-1000 where I think if you put him in the freezer too, he changes. But, I had looked for this thing even when Toys R Us, when they first came out, when Toys R Us should have had it. They never had it. So, I found this. I think Toys R Us had it once, but I didn't have money then. But, so I picked this up yesterday. I already had the other one, but I gave it to my son, because I really wanted this one. Got the minigun, the the grenade launcher, the sawed-off shotgun thing. What else? 2 different head sculpts. Probably can't see it too well because I'm not putting it too close to the camera, but there it is right there. And every time after that, when I did have the money and I went looking for that, they had the stupid video game one, and I hate that stupid looking. The stupid video game figure is so stupid, I don't like it. Now all I need to do is get the T-1000, which I wish I would have had the money for that when it was in the store, but since I seen it that day, it hasn't been in the store. But there's a couple of those left, so I picked that up. Either way, Heavy Metal Turtle just messaged me and told me he got the award. He showed me, he gave me you know, picture proof of it, so I'm glad he got that. I was worried because we had a little trouble with the mailing situation, but he got it, so that's good. But if I do find a T1000 in Target and I have the freaking money, I probably will buy it. But, so yeah. Probably do an inbox review with that sometime this year. I'm not taking that one out of the box like I did the other one, which was like, they put them out last year because they put the movie back in theaters for a limited time. So yeah, what do I got for next week? So next week, I remembered what I had earlier, but I can't remember. Anyway, oh yeah. Next week I'm going to talk about 5 reasons why Planet Fitness is a bad gym. I will also have a toy talk, action figures. This one's going to be a NECA one. Of action figures I would like to see NECA make. Either get the rights of the actors or whatnot, or something. But, so, yeah, I'm going to have a video where I talk about what I'd like NECA to do. What figures I'd like to see NECA make. Toy Fair is on the rise as well, and this video is probably going to be long. A lot of my videos lately have been pretty long. Anyway, no. I'm actually not going to do the toy talk this coming week. I got another video, other than the, one I just said. God, I'm so tired of my memory to get back. I'm actually going to do a video talking about YouTubers that attack other YouTubers. And some of these YouTubers that get attacked deserve it, some of them don't. I'll talk about the ones that deserve it, and the ones that really, I feel like, don't deserve it. But, you know. So that, 5 reasons why Planet Fitness is a bad gym. And then my video on my opinion of YouTubers that attack other YouTubers, and a lot of them do it just to get more views from the fans. So, you know. So those 2 videos, I'll try to do them Tuesday and Thursday. If I don't, well, you know, yeah. It'll be Tuesday and Thursday. More than likely, yeah. Tuesday and Thursday next week. Let me know, what do you think would have happened had the Shield TV show not ended after 7 seasons? Would we got some, you know, resolves? Also, I'm getting ready to do a video. I'm going to do a Facebook Live from my, my Trigen Toy page. I'm going to talk about what kind of toys y'all want us to have the next time we're at Trigen, which will be in May. Early May this time, because late May will not be a good time for me. So early May, I'll talk about it. I'll look into some of these things you say, and take them into consideration, and possibly. I'm also going to announce that I just added 2 more things to our flea market stuff, which I'll talk about in that live right after I do this. So I'll catch you guys next week for my YouTube videos. Before I go, I want to give some shout outs. First off, Black Ops Killer, Slash and Cast right now doing a live stream of Friday the 13th, the game. Heavy Metal Turtle, Elite 3 Best, one I haven't done in a while, but he hasn't done no videos for it lately. Chrissy Ers. Minty Comic Arts, Comedic Arts. I'll give a shout out to 83 Weeks as well. They just did a review of Starcade, or not Starcade, Super Brawl 6, which started out 1996, one of the best years that WCW had. So 83 Weeks as well. Then that'll do it. Catch you guys later and peace out.